Good morning, traders. It is 9:27 a.m. on Monday, November 23rd, 2020, Thanksgiving week. The only stock I'm watching is KXIN. It was the only one that looked like it had any potential from the watch list, or from the top pre-market gainers, I'm sorry. I took a trade on it early in the pre-market in this area and caught a nice bit of that move, so I'm already green on this stock, and don't really want to give much of that back. So I'm really looking for conservative plays, tight stops, like setups that give me tight stops. Otherwise, I'm not going to take an entry on it. And it has been selling off a bit since the, this high in the pre-market. But who knows? We'll see what happens when it gets up. I mean, it looks like buyers are coming back in over here. Of course, that's probably going to result in a sell-off at the open. But we'll see. Basically, the plays I'm looking for are a 3-bar play, because that provides a nice tight stop as long as that second or third bar. When I say third bar, I'm talking now about a 4-bar play. But basically, the bar before your entry, if it's small enough, like a 5-cent spread or range, then that's a nice tight stop that I'd be willing to risk. But I don't want to get in front of like a 10, 20, 30-cent candle. Like this one here. So I can almost guarantee you at the open this thing's gonna flush. Just based on all of this buying pressure here, it's gotta fade off eventually. And it's pretty overextended now, but almost 50 cents. But you never know. I say that, and the stock market does what the stock market does, and so I don't really like to make predictions or trade based on a prediction. Just let's see what it does, and then take a trade accordingly. So we got about 35 seconds here before the market opens. I've got my hotkey set up to buy 7% of worth of my buying power, and that's because if I take my full amount of trades that I'm allowed to take throughout the rest of the day, I'll have enough money in my account for pre-market tomorrow. Basically, that's what that is. All right, so here we are about 10 seconds to the open. Sometimes I jump in for the break of the 1-minute candle, but I don't think I'm going to do that today because I don't want to risk my my gains. I'm only going to be able to buy like 2 shares here. Let's see, so it's running up now, but I can almost guarantee it's going to pull back. This is like a perfect 3-bar setup, but coming out of the pre-market, I don't really like to do that. If this thing breaks 930, I'll only be able to buy 1 share, and then I won't even be interested at that point. But I'll look for this to pull back down. Or maybe like have a small resting candle after this. It's a lot of buying there. 7 million shares trading. Pretty crazy. I just hope it stays under 9 if it gives me an entry. Yeah, wow. Man, this thing is strong. Just do not want to get in. Let's see. It's almost, if I had to bet, I would say the pullback would happen around this area, but you never know. Let's see what the size of that candle is. 30 cents, so that's pretty big. So that would be a 60-cent loss if I lost a trade entering after this, and I'm not willing to do that today, and that spread is getting bigger now. This thing might go into a halt. Actually, this thing's too expensive right now for me to get in, because if I got in now, I would only get 1 share. I think my limit was 933 to be able to get 2 shares. So now I'm just sitting back and watching this thing play out. So this thing could set up into like a nice ABCD pattern and give a pullback. But even then, it looks like it still might be too expensive. So it went to 10 and it's coming back down. So the only way I'll get in now is if it gives me a pullback with a nice small 1 minute candle that'll give me a nice tight stop to play with, and then I'm not risking so I guess we can mark this as the new high. Not risking too much, but I want to see it below the 933 mark, otherwise it doesn't make sense for me to get in, because then I'm just holding one share and I like to scale out, so not really interested in the stock if it stays above 933. I should just mark that level out so that I don't have to think about it. Here it came down below. Can't get in there because that red candle is way too big. Should change that color there, since that's not like a support or resistance. I can't even get in after this candle because the play would be for the break of this high, and it still is too expensive. So basically what needs to happen now is it needs to pull back and make a small candle underneath this line where the top is still under this line, and then when it breaks that candle I could get in. Just keep an eye on the range of these candles so I get an idea of the risk, because sometimes these candles that look small aren't really that small. It's all relative to the candles previous to them. So this looks like a pretty small candle, but it's about a 25-cent spread top to bottom. Man, this is like right on the edge of where I could get in, but that double top isn't a good sign. And I can't get further. See, the high is right at my limit. So we'll see what happens. I may just have to sit this one out. That's okay. Wow, look at that. That's not cool. I don't like that. The way the true range of that candle didn't print, but it's a free broker. I wonder if that happened on any other brokers. I mean, obviously the stock is trading with like crazy volume and volatility, so it may not be a Weeble thing. I don't know. But this isn't really clean, you know, or I guess I should say that there's no real defined pattern here. Maybe on a larger time frame, you know, like this could be a 3-bar play setting up here. Like this is bar 1, this is bar 2. And then if it doesn't go below 50% of that bar, so it's $8.45, so $1.55. So half of $1.55 is what, 75 cents, 78 cents, we'll say. So $10 minus 78 cents was around like 923. So if it stays, or if it doesn't go below that 923 level, this could be like a legit 3-bar play. It looks like it already broke it here, which it doesn't show here. Or does it? Oh no, I guess because that would have been inside that candle. So yeah, this doesn't matter in the 5-minute time frame. But it looks like it's breaking down. Yeah. So people are taking profits now. So this thing's starting to look like it's taking on a downtrend. So the only play here, like the next play that you could take would be a reversal play, at least as far as I'm concerned. There might be some other weird strategies or patterns that people play, or bouncing off of indicators. I don't really like that. I rather focus on the price action, even though I have my indicators here just to give me like a quick reference of the trend, but I don't really take positions or leave positions based on those indicators. They're always lagging behind, so you know, they're always late to the party. See, so like if you buy the break of this candle here, you know, your stop's going to be way down here. That's a pretty big risk. I don't really like that, especially like I said, after my big win today. I mean, I could just quit for the day and I made my goal. You know, I don't really have a daily goal, but my kind of short-term goal is to make 1% on every scalp trade that I do. And that's primarily what I do, is just scalp. And today I did a scalp that ran into momentum. There's a video about it if you want to check it out on this very stock. And so it's a scalp that turned into a momentum play, and it turned into like a 7.8% return, something like that. So that's essentially, that's like getting 8 winning trades for one. So I don't need to take any more trades today. You see the range of this candle. It's right at my limit to buy. That's like a 19 cent. So this could be like a 40-cent loss. Probably would, let's see if that was a good, I mean, of course I'm hesitating now because I'm thinking about, you know, I don't want to give back my gains, but if I were to enter, I already missed the entry, but if I were to enter there, it would have been at 925. And let's see what I've been trying to do lately, but see, it's making this double top, and that's like a sign of weakness, although it could break it. But what I've been trying to do lately is sell half at 1R, meaning I would have to make up the difference between the 925 entry and the low of this candle, which is 905. So I would have to get 20 cents on that trade. So that would be, if I got a 925, 945, which it didn't make, and it doesn't look like it's going to, I would have gotten stopped out right there, because I would have had my stop loss probably at 904, and there went to 902. So that would have been a losing trade. I would have just lost about 40 cents of my my big trade today. So good thing I didn't take that entry. It's not a great entry, you know, because I mean, I do like to buy the break of these 1-minute candles, but not just randomly, and this is kind of a random pattern here. Let's just check to see if there's anything else interesting trading today, because I think I got the move on KXIN early this morning, and now it's all FOMO traders. So I'm doing top gainers 1 day volume. A lot of people are trading IDEX, but man, that price action looked gross, and plus it's a really large float. DPW is doing pretty good. Let's take a look at that. I think that was another one. I didn't really like the price action or the volume, but now it looks like it's got volume. KXIN's down there. Fuel cell, F cell, AYRO, that's too expensive. Put FCEL on the list. So now by this time, things should have settled down on stocks. And oops, what was the other one? AYRO? No, that was too expensive. There was, Idex. So yeah, KXIN now it's heading up, but who knows for how long, and it's too expensive for me right now anyway. My limit was 933 per share. So let's see what FCell, wow, that looked pretty strong. So it's probably going to give a nice, see, I don't really like to enter though on the third, you know, like, so this would have been kind of the ideal entry, would have been for the break of that level. And now I'm a little bit late to the party. And I got the wrong stock up there, I think. No, yeah, that's not the right one. IDEX. Definitely not trying to force a trade today, because I've already, like I said, I've already made my share. I like the price action here. But, you know, I got to see a small candle to get in after. And this thing's looking pretty strong, actually. So if it breaks 267, I'll get in. And then my stop is like 255. Don't have time for a limit order. So it's breaking 267. Let's see if I can get a sell limit for I think around probably 280. Let's just put it there for now, and I should just do 50%. Oops. Hopefully this thing doesn't break down while I'm putting this order in. I think that seems a little high. Let's see, what's the... My stop would be 266, 10 cents. So I'm looking for 276. If I can get 276, I'll sell half. Otherwise, I may have to get out here. This thing breaks down. Come on, baby. Better get rid of this because it might. It looks like it might break down on me. See, the low's 256, so I got to get out. Ugh. All right, so I got out 255 there. So I think that's it for my intraday trading. I think that was worth a shot. It looks like it's going to give us a bigger pullback. So, but let's see how much I lost on that. 73 cents. That sucks because I was up $1.07 there. So I gave back a big chunk, man. That's too bad. I think that was a good setup, you know. It just I guess I didn't calculate too well the potential loss there because this candle didn't look that big because it's only 11 cents, but because this stock is so cheap, I was able to get 6 shares. So, you know, if it comes against me 10 cents, that's 60 cents right there. So that's pretty much like a failed reversal. And you know what? Actually, this is, man, I did this the other day too. Like after one of these huge red engulfing candles, I bought for the break of the high of 1 minute candle, which is what I did here. And then what it turned into was like a reverse 3 or 4 bar play. And that's exactly what this is. I got to really watch out for that because that's the second time it's gotten me in like a couple of days. You know, I got to think that one huge red engulfing candle is not, it's not a good pullback. You know, you want to see the candle maybe start out pretty big and then the subsequent candles like here, this is actually a much better pullback. I might get in here. But now I feel like I'm kind of playing the backside. And let's see how big this candle is. That's 12 cents. It's too much. Because then I'll wipe out all my gains. So I think I'm going to call it for today. Luckily, let's see what fuel cell is doing. Yeah, I don't like it. It's already too extended. Now it's consolidating. It's probably gonna head down. Let's see if this one breaks down. This is like the same exact pattern. See if it happens again. So they're like probably got in some picked up some bulls when it broke that candle. Now what's the spread on this one? Only 5 cents. That's a little more doable. If it doesn't, you know, break this level on this candle and then the next one, this could be where the reversal happens. So 5 cents, that's about 30 cents. So, I mean, I'm almost giving back all my gains if I lose that trade. So I may regret this. So we get out at 256 some, and then get a little out there. I'm just playing this thing crazy safe because I just took a loss. Although of course you could argue this could be my way to get it back. I'm just gonna hold one. And I'll get out if it comes back on my entry here. But if this thing, you know, takes off, I still got one share. So I know I'm not going to come away big green on this, but this was a decent entry with a small stop, and you know, a chance to get back some of what I lost on that previous trade. Seemed like a logical move. Let me get I'm going to sell out if it breaks down below the low of this candle here. Should figure out where that is. 261. Yeah, it looks like it's breaking down. Gonna get out there. All right, so let's see how much I recovered there. I'm sure I'm not green on that because that first loss was big. So it looks like minus 57 cents, and I was at minus 73. So what is that? 16 cents. So I made 16 cents back, but still red on that trade. But it is what it is. Can't win them all. And obviously, you know, I should have held. I shouldn't have been so quick to sell out, but I was definitely spooked after that first. After you know, it faked us out there. But look what happened. I mean, the thing did break down. So just seeing where my orders were on that. So that was the first one where I took a pretty big hit on it. 11 cents. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I guess it's more like, because this is about 267, it's more like 12 cents. So in the grand scheme of things, that's not the worst thing ever, but it sucks because I did have that nice big win earlier. But I mean, I guess you could say, well, what if I didn't have that win? Then I'd be on a big fat red day now. And then definitely played this one with weak hands. You know, this is essentially selling for 1 cent. So that didn't do anything. I should have been more careful there, but it was chopping around so much, and I just got faked out in the previous trade that I wasn't able to hold strong. And then I sold a couple more for a 2 cent gain there. That was pretty lame. And then this one's an 8 cent gain. That's not so bad, but I only had one share. That would have been a nice place to sell half. Because if I would have done that, if I would have sold 3 for 8 cents, I would have been 24 cents. And then I would have had 4 more to sell at 263. And so what is that, 55? I can't even think right now because I'm kind of pissed. But see, there's the emotion. 18 cents, right? Or sorry, 8. What am I doing here? 8 cents times 4 is 32. So I probably the other one was 20 something. So I still wouldn't have been. I don't think I would have been green even if I played it like that. But I would have been much closer to break even. So anyway, it is what it is, and I stuck to my plan. Although I have to really practice because, like I said, this thing got me last week too. And I have to put something in my plan, you know, like a rule, because I got faked out by this thing again, which is basically a reverse 3-bar play. And I'm so used to just playing the upside that I don't recognize it right away. I was looking at it as like, this was a great run to the upside, and here's the pullback. But, you know, I got in way too soon. You know, I got faked out by that. The break of that 1 minute candle, where the better entry was my second entry. Well, actually I didn't enter there. I think I entered here. Right? Yeah, because this candle was too big for me. So I entered here and caught some of that move, but then this thing broke down again. So Anyway, well, this is a long ass video. I'll have to put some timestamps in it, but I would like to just upload it the full length because I want you guys to hear all my thoughts and why I'm getting in or not getting in and all that kind of stuff, and the emotion that I deal with even though I'm trying to trade without it. That's the reality of trading. Luckily, I can still come away green on the day. I just need to fix this so we can see. So 107 minus 57, it's like 50 cents green on the day. So unfortunately I had to get back, but I'm still green on the day. And let's see, so I'm still green on the week so far. It's the very beginning of the week, and I'm green on the month. So hey, as long as I end the month green, I'm happy. And that's it. That, like I said, this trade, that big loss, that 73-cent loss, when I took the trade, it didn't seem like there was much wrong with it, but looking back now I see what happened, and just got to learn to recognize that, because that seems to happen a lot. So anyway, hope you guys are trading well, and hope you learned something from this long ass video, and maybe I'll see you guys in the aftermarket. Take care.